You're watching Business Trends Today exclusively on ASBN.
Joining us today is Kelly Talal, who's a business leader and entrepreneur with more than 14 years of experience in advertising and marketing. While maintaining her corporate career, Kelly also owns and operates 3 Pigtails and Crewcuts children's hair salons in the Atlanta area. Kelly joins us to discuss what she's learned from scaling a multi-unit franchise business and why strong teams are essential for growth and why service-based businesses continue to offer tremendous opportunities for entrepreneurs. So Kelly, thank you so much for taking the time out of what sounds like a very busy schedule to join us here on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Sure. So you run these operations and cutting hair for kids, and something tells me that you've never cut hair for a living.
I have not, no, and no plans to.
That's right. So you've successfully balanced the corporate leadership role while also building a multi-unit franchise business, like you don't have enough time on your hands, right? What first inspired you to pursue entrepreneurship alongside your corporate career?
Yes, I love my corporate job. I have no plans on leaving it anytime soon, but I have always had a desire to start to do something for myself. And the more that I've gotten into this, I have really learned that the two balance each other very nicely. A lot of the skills that I have learned at my corporate job have enabled me to be very successful in small business ownership, while I think some of the skills that I've learned there are helping, fuel my corporate career and allow me to relate to my clients in a different way that I've never been able to.
Yeah, that's great. What drill down a little bit on that for our viewers. What specifically what lessons have you learned that you're bringing over to?
Yes, so I manage a team at my corporate job currently, and I think though the skills that I have learned in managing, but also recognizing talent, have allowed me to walk into my salons and say, there are some really strong stylists here, but there's also some really strong managers here.
Yeah.
And while I'm not here, let's promote and let's encourage the leadership so that those salons can really run independently, but very well too when I'm not there. And that, it's also, I work in advertising. So there is a lot of advertising I have to do for our small businesses. Mm-hmm. And I have learned so much over the 14-year career that help my advertising efforts at the salon.
Sure.
Now, at the salon, when you are a small business owner, you care so much about the little details. Like if something goes wrong, it means a loss of profit. And I think being able to take that mindset back to my clients,
right.
I've always cared about their business, but I can just look at it in such a different way. And especially when we have tough conversations, I understand a little bit more about why they are so frustrated or, why they're caring about something that otherwise I wouldn't have had any perspective into.
Sure. That's fantastic. So you purchased the first franchise, obviously happy enough with that, with the results of that, to purchase 2 more, right?
Yes.
So
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, talk to us about that experience. You open up one thinking, well, let's see how this goes. And obviously you're happy enough with it, right? To say, let's commit to 2 more.
Yes, we opened the first one in June of last year. It went very well. Through that process, we actually promoted a store manager. She was fantastic. I had plenty of conversations with her where, she was eager to continue in her professional growth. And we happened to get a call from another franchisor who was looking to sell his 2. And it was a little sooner than we had expected, but the timing was right. And, I had talked to our manager at the time and said, if we purchase these 2, are you going to be prepared to step into a leadership role across all 3? She was so excited, and she's done really fantastic, and it has allowed us to take, an even further step back, which is great.
Now, we've been showing some pictures while you were speaking of your locations, and it looks like a really fun place for kids to get their haircut. I mean, as a kid growing up, my dad took me to the barber shop. There was probably an old guy on each side of me, getting their haircut. But man, your location looks like so much fun.
Yeah, it is so fun. I have two young girls myself, and they love going into the salon. I mean,
Sure.
there's toys. They get their hair cut in an airplane or taxi cab. There's
Yeah.
movies playing. It's probably more luxurious than, their mornings at home around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. We have bubbles and music. The kids love it. And,
I
the
bet.
stylists are also just so good at working with kids. They're so interactive. And,
Sure.
they get lollipops. It's a fun experience.
Yeah. That's great. That's fantastic. Now, did you look at other franchises in this space before you decided on this brand?
We did, yes. Pigtails and Crewcuts to me was a standout. I think they do a great job at catering to both girls and boys. And I don't know, I think kids are growing up so fast these days, and this brand to me just really preserves their innocence for, as long as we can get it.
Sure.
But yeah, they're so wonderful to work with. I mean, they have really been fantastic. As somebody coming in who knew nothing about the hair salon industry, they have really helped me learn quickly, but they're always there as a resource too.
Yeah, and you said that there's about 80 locations now in the franchise network for the company.
That's correct. Yeah, there's 80 across the U.S. I believe it's just over 20 states that they're in now.
Yeah, for sure. Now, service-based businesses sometimes get overlooked in today's tech-focused environment, right? Especially with AI out there and everything else. Why do you believe that service businesses still offer strong long-term opportunities for entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. I believe that there are so many, I mean, I'm seeing it right now working in advertising, right? Like a lot of those skill-based businesses are being taken over by AI, but I don't believe that, at least I don't think I'm going to have a 6-year-old wanting to get their hair cut by a robot anytime soon.
I don't think so.
And I think the same thing could be said for healthcare, right? Like
Sure.
if I want all the data available to me to make myself better if I'm sick, but I don't want a robot administering the medication to me. The human touch is going to be so much more important.
That's right.
I think in the future than it ever has been.
Sure. Your stores look like you're taking the kid to Disneyland for a haircut. I mean, they really look like a lot of fun.
That's what we go for, yeah.
That's awesome. Did you ever did you ever look at it and say, well, if I purchased a Supercuts or maybe one of the others that does everything from kids all the way up through, the adults, because that's a very niche market, right? Just to have just kids. Was that a concern of yours or a consideration? And if so, why?
It really wasn't, and it could be where I'm at in life right now. Again, I mentioned I have a 6 and a 4-year-old daughter. Like I am so into all the kids stuff. It's also just so joyous. Like,
sure.
Even when I do pop into the salon, there's just kids that are so happy. The stylists are so engaged. It's just a very feel-good place.
Sure.
And it's fun. It's really, really fun. So no, for me, this was just the right fit.
That's right. That's right. I think my grandkids that live here in Atlanta are clients of yours, and they absolutely love it. Spoke to my daughter prior in anticipation of this interview with you today, and she goes, "Oh my God, they look forward to going whenever we say we're going to go get a haircut," which was not always the case. When you took kids to get a haircut, sometimes they'd go kicking and screaming because they were so intimidated.
Yeah, it can be scary. The buzzers are loud, and it can be overstimulating, but the stylists do a great job of keeping the kids calm.
Did you ever consider, when you looked at in this space and then looked at the landscape of franchises out there and the business as a whole, did you ever consider doing this without a franchise? And then if you did, what made you choose the franchise program versus doing an independent shop that caters to kids?
I never thought of doing it on my own. Again, having no experience in this industry, that wouldn't have even crossed my mind. But through a lot of my work actually on the corporate side, I have worked with a lot of franchisees, and I knew that if I ever went out on my own, I would want to partner with some sort of franchise. It is just so nice to have the support there. It is a built-in roadmap for you. Yes, they take a small percentage, but I think at the end of the day, it is so worth it to have that support, especially if you are new to an industry or you have no previous small business ownership experience. Sure.
Did you look at other franchises in this space that would be today considered a competitor of yours? Did you look at their offering as well and went with this company because of the opportunities or the support?
We did, yes. We looked at a few others as the first opportunity came available to us, just to make sure that it was the right fit for us.
Okay.
And ultimately, the conversations we had and previous owners that we had that had Pigtails and Crewcuts that we consulted with couldn't have spoken more highly of this brand.
Okay.
Also, you look at the reviews online, they were just fantastic. It just really felt like the right place for us.
Oh, that's great. You did your homework.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah. From the,
a benefit of AI.
That's right. That's right. From the time you decided, okay, we're gonna go with Pigtails and Crewcuts, how long a period of time before you could, get the right location, do the build out, get all of the different furniture and chairs that look incredible for kids? How long a period of time does that take?
So we actually purchased an existing salon. All three that we have purchased have already been in existence, which was also helpful. The first one we purchased had been owned for like 18 years. And when you see that history, and it was a no-brainer for us. I will say for new salon owners, I think the process is just over a year to do the build out. Now that we have three, we have kind of started to explore that because, as we're Georgia residents, we know that there's a few neighborhoods that could probably very much benefit from a kids salon.
Sure.
And now we have just so much more confidence in the brand and what we're doing that seems more feasible today.
Sure. Yeah. You've built businesses that not only serve customers, but also create jobs and opportunities within the community. Why is that aspect of entrepreneurship so important to you personally?
That's absolutely my passion point. I love building out my team. I love walking in, and I have a couple stylists who are just so fun. And it's like, I want you to be my cultural leader. I will pay you more to train all of the new people that come in because I like being around you. And if I like being around you, I know my kids think they're family at this point. It is just the sweetest. But that's another reason why eventually, I don't know how soon this will be, I want to buy another business, whether that be a Pigtails and Crewcuts or something else. It has just awakened something inside of me where it's like, you care so much about the staff that works for you. And for those that want the career growth and the opportunity, I want to be able to give that to them.
Wow, that's great.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're showing pictures right now of your team, and they look like a lot of fun. So
they are.
But it's interesting that you've got the capability to build these teams successfully, and obviously there's mutual respect on both sides. Do you ever see the day that you could turn around and say, "Wow, we've got 10 of these locations, and I probably got to stop my career and focus on managing, all of these franchises," right?
Yes, yeah. That day will absolutely come if we continue down this path, which I believe we will. And I hope we do. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? Is to transition out of the corporate world and have something on our own. Sure. Not quite there yet, but yes, I absolutely believe that's in our future.
Yeah. Now that you've been through the franchise experience, and I've spoken to a number of franchisees on this topic, does it give you a little bit of a bug to say, well, what if I was a franchisor? What if I came up with a concept and I franchised my businesses out there? Not competing, obviously, in the hair area for kids or what have you, but something else. Has that ever spurred your entrepreneurial spirit to say, maybe we could franchise a business?
To be completely honest, not quite yet, but I think that's because I'm still in my corporate job and some days my head is just spinning. Sure. But if we were ever to walk away from that world, it is very possible. I just don't know what it would be quite yet. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, well, much continued success to you. You're out there crushing it. The stores look so much fun. I want to go myself. But, they're very fun. Thank you. No question. Where are you? And if we were having this conversation in 5 years, what does it look like? How many stores are you still doing your career? I mean, I guess maybe you just don't know the answer to that, but what do things look like in 5 years? More locations for sure, and not at the corporate job anymore. Sure. I think that I have certainly found my passion, and when the time is right, we'll make the pivot. That's great. I've spoken to others in your situation where they've got a career that they're running, they're happy with, everything's working out great. They're doing this franchise as a sideline,
And they've said to me, we take all of the profits from the business and we actually put it into future locations and making our franchises stronger and better because we don't need to live off of the profits of the franchise that we have. Did I describe your situation as well?
That's exactly right. Yeah. We keep all of the profit with our businesses, with
Sure.
the intent of growing them. And also, we already talked about this, providing opportunity for employees who didn't have it before, bettering their lives.
Yeah.
But eventually, the ultimate goal is to buy more.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, Kelly, thank you so much. Much continued success. As I said, you're crushing it out there. And at the same time, you've got not only a career, but you said you've got 3 kids as well.
Just two. Two kids. Unless you count the
3
dog
locations,
pickle,
2 kids. Okay.
Yeah.
But you say just 2 kids. Now, I know from my kids that have kids, that's a lot, especially those ages. So kudos to you.
They're so much fun. But yes,
I do not know how you balance it all, but keep doing it. So thank you so much for joining us on the show. Very much appreciate it. I know that our viewers are going to get a lot out of your segment here. So thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate the time. It's great speaking with you.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching Business Trends Today exclusively on ASBN.